Welcome to Turtle Burger Knits. My name is Brittany. In today's episode, I have this adorable chicken to show you, as well as some socks, some mittens, shirt, and a hat. So let's jump in. My first and only finished object is this adorable chicken. This is the Emotional Support Chicken by Annette Corsino. So cute. We have not settled on a name on it, but this is our family chicken. The colors I use are Knit Picks Dishy in the color Bumblebee, Knit Picks Dishy in the color Fiesta Red, Knit Picks Dishy in the color Jalapeno. The body is Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the color Jazzy. And the chest, it's a little hard to see on camera, but it is Big Twist Value Solids in the color Grape. The neck is K&C Knit and Crochet Essentials Cotton in River Run. This is Peaches and Cream Cotton in Sea Breeze. And I went back to Jalapeno for the neck, back to River Run and Sea Breeze for the eyes. The beak is back to Bumblebee, and then the crown, I think is what it's called. I actually grabbed the wrong red. So this is Peaches and Cream red, but I didn't worry too much about it because it's far enough from the Fiesta red that you can't tell that they're different. And then the bottom, I used Mainstays Cotton in the color Arctic Ice. And there is the chicken. So cute. This is actually the second emotional support chicken I've made, and it is definitely not the last. My next project is a half finished object, which is a sock. There we go. I did not bring out my blocker, but here it is. This is a DK weight sock using the Crazy Sock Ladies free pattern. Let's see. And here is the second sock. Here's the front. So I have just finished the leg, I think, and I am about ready to start the heel flap. I am using her recommended size, which is size 3.25 millimeter needle. The yarn I'm using is West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley DK. There is not a color name, but I think the color is right here. Can't read that backwards, but 0584700274. I am fairly certain when I bought this it had something to do with a unicorn. Let me see what my notes say on here. I am making the medium size 64 stitches. So far I'm doing everything to pattern, which is a 10 round cuff, 29 round leg, and I am making it for a size 9.5 women's. I don't know what that would be. And after the gusset decreases, the foot length is 44 rounds before toe decreases, which are about another 14 rounds. So I measured it to, I'm pretty sure, about 8 inches before I started the toe decreases. And yeah, it works up super quick. The first sock I finished in 10 days, but that was not working on it every single day. And so far, this little bit on sock 2 has just been 2 days. So there is that. Moving on to actual just works in progress. My next project is a test knit for Darcy of Chitchat Knits, and this is her string of beads fingerless mitts. So here it is. I have done a twisted rib cuff And you can't even really tell the pattern yet because I'm just a few rounds into it. But I have started the thumb increases, which I need to get a marker for. That's why my needles look a little wonky here. But so yeah, that is super cute. And the color I'm using is Bernat Baby Sport in the color lavender. These are DK weight. And I decided on this color because I wanted to pair this winter, or pair these mittens this winter with my Slipmore cowl, which was, I'm pretty sure, my very first test knit for Darcy. I will be sure to insert a picture, but it used a lot of this color, and so I wanted to have a matching set. So that is the string of beads, fingerless mitt, not very far, but moving right along. My next project is the Summer Saunter by Samantha Guerin. These past couple of weeks I haven't worked on it very much. I only did 6 rounds, which is just under 1 inch, and I am just working steadily along to 12 inches. I am ready to start, and this is partly why I didn't work on it very much. My plan was, once I got to the end of my second skein, which I have done, then I was going to go back to either the sleeves and put them in, or see what it needs to be done on the V-neck. I don't know if there's any more. I mean, I think there should be more to it, but I don't know if there is. I haven't looked at the pattern part yet. So that's partly why I haven't worked on it. I got to the end of the second skein and just have not gone and dealt with the V-neck because I've never done a V-neck before. And I also didn't want to work on the sleeves because I'm going back and forth. The original sleeve pattern and the design is like a cuffed sleeve, and I don't know if I want to do that or do just like a simple ribbing. Oh, I forgot to mention what I'm wearing. This is I'll do that. I'll cut this out and go. I'll add that back in. The yarn I'm using for my summer saunter is Lion Brand Kobu in the color Pale Pink. It is a very, very light pink. It is a cotton bamboo mixture. And this, I think this is another reason I've kind of lost steam on it, is this is a very good summer material, and now we're into fall, and so I've kind of lost steam. Like, when am I going to wear this before next spring at the earliest? So now I'm not in as much of a hurry to get it finished. But that is the summer saunter. There wasn't much to tell on it this time. I will link the last podcast I did where I went into detail on the construction of it. It's a very neat construction, and I really hope to make another one of these sometime, even, I don't know when, but definitely make another one. I did want to say on this, I'm pretty sure I'm making the size 4, which should give me about 10 inches of positive ease, so it should be nice and flowy and will be wonderful for next summer. My last work in progress is a charity hat that I have made on my knitting machine, which is a Centro 48 pin. I have done the body of a hat. I have not measured it, but it is 90 rounds of knit stitches. And the way I do my knitting machine hats is, after I do my length of the body that I want, I take it off, and then, as you see, usually what people do, if you watch any of the tutorials on the knitting machines, is at this point, after they take it off, they just cinch it up, fold it in on itself just like a muscle burrow hat, and sew it together, and you get, the pointy end. I prefer to have my hats as a flat fitted beanie. So what I have kind of figured out, I suppose, is I take, this time I'm going to use a 5.5 millimeter needle, which I believe is a US size 9. And then I basically do the muscle burrow decreases on either end. And it gives you a nice flat beanie. And that's what I want to do. So this is a first charity hat. I plan on making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 hats. Maybe we'll see if I get them done. And these will be going in the Chitchat Knits, which is Darcy. She is hosting a warm ears make along. I believe it ends sometime in November, and this will go towards that. If it's a charity hat, you get double entry points, and or not really points, you just post your picture twice in the Ravelry thread. But that's an excellent time to get some charity knitting done. And thankfully she is allowing me to use my knitting machine, since I asked, not only did I ask, but that I also would be moving, not moving, I'm sorry, my mind is going everywhere. In case you haven't noticed for the rest of it, I had to move my locations. I have already filmed this part, but this little microphone thing went dead and I didn't know it. And when I was filming, it just cuts out silence. So this whole next segment was complete silence. So I changed locations. I brought the Balkanator, and so we're refilming it, and that's just on my mind because I'm being thrown off by the background. But anyway, that was a very unneeded rabbit hole, but I asked Darcy if I hand knit the crowns, if I could submit it, and she said yes, because the goal is to knit hats or anything warm that will keep your head and ears warm. So this is the body. Again, it is 90 rounds. It is to fit an adult. The yarn I'm using, I have had this yarn for many years. I got it at the Dollar Tree several years ago. No, and for $1, because it was the Dollar Tree. And I'm finally, this is all I have left. Finally, I bought like 7 or 8 skeins, and it's been used in different projects throughout the years. But it is Patents Canadiana, if I'm pronouncing that right, in the color medium amethyst. And I plan on using the decreases for this little bit. Now this tube, the body was 67 grams. And hopefully I can just use this little bit for the decreases, and then I'm pretty sure this is about a full another skein I was practicing my folding on or my yarn twisting. So that's really exciting, and someone will get a needed warm hat. Speaking of Darcy and her warm ears mount, this is the second one that she's held. The first one was last year, and I actually was selected as one of the or drawn as one of the winners from her chat thread. But at the time that I got the prize, I had taken a podcast break. But I have shown much restraint this past year and not used this bag or anything that was sent in it, because I really wanted to show it. I knew I would get back to podcasting. I just needed to take some personal time off. So let me show you what last year's prize was for the Warm Ears Mal. This beautiful bag from our friend Susan of Delightful Works. Beautiful roses. And let's see. I think her tag says Proverbs 31:13. And Susan also put in this beautiful corresponding yarn cozy. I have not used that. I've been really wanting to. Let me show you Susan's card. And I will have her Etsy shop linked below. And also I will have Darcy's podcast channel linked below, as well as her Ravelry thread. But in addition to that, Darcy included this beautiful yarn from Up North Yarns, and in the color Cherries. It is 100% superwash merino. It's a DK weight, which if I had registered that, I probably would have made her gloves, her string of beads mittens in this, but maybe not. I think this would be a beautiful muscle burrow hat. I have a red pea coat that when it's really cold, that's what I wear. And maybe I should have a red muscle burrow to go with it. I don't know. Absolutely gorgeous and so soft. I've wanted to try Up North yarns because Darcy speaks of them a lot and very highly. So anyway, that is that. And of course she included some, what? You want to feel it? Some adorable little stickers. This one says beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. And she also included this yarn skein sticker. And here is Darcy's logo. And again, I will, what do you call it? Include hers and Susan's information in the description box below. Definitely encourage you to check out the Warm Ears Make Along. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.